Well, he needs no introduction, but I'm just going to try. I will try, and I hope I do it justice. He is amazing. His music is conscious. He's shared his story, and through his story, he's transformed so many lives. I am happy and glad to introduce Juliani to the world. Mambo Juliani.
Mambo.
Uko fiti?
Nashukuru sana.
Ukiambiwa ukuje hii masaa wewe unakuja 2 hours before. Hiyo ndio nini? Mapema ndio keeping time.
It's a mafia rule. Mafias do that.
When in mafia?
No, I'm just saying that you have to be always 2 hours early.
That's true.
To see if just in case wanakupangia mabaya.
Atukupangi. Wewe sisi tuko hapa tu kwa sababu tunakupangia mazuri na tunapenda mazuri yenye wewe unatupatia.
Just because of traffic, so I have to be early. You never know when anything can happen.
Ni Nairobi, Kanairo ni ile place. Karibu sana Fursa.
Nashukuru.
Na napenda sana that we get to do this all over again on a different platform now. But pengine ka background kidogo, kuna vitu tunajua about especially my age group wale sisi grow tukikusikiza. Sisemi wewe ni mzee Juliani. nasema tu we knew your story when you got into music, pia tukafollow, but kwa wase wenye wanakucheki ama ndio wameanza kusikiza muziki yako, unaweza jintroduce aje? Wewe ni nani kwao? Kamera yako ndio hii.
I mean, mimi Juliani, naitwa Juliani, I'm a hip hop artist. Niko na album 4. Yes. Niko na mawads kadhaa, but I have passion for community. Niko na project in my old neighborhood inaitwa Hip Hop City. We have some community projects also inaitwa Taka Bank. Na unaweza enda kwa social media yangu Juliani Kenya.
Kila mahali.
At Juliani Kenya kila mahali.
Lakini jani yako ikukuwa hivi. Haikuanza na wewe ni star, wewe ni ulikuwa msee umegrow kwa ghetto. Hapo ndio umezaliwa, mko home, mko na madhe, maboys wako wanafanya mamra, wako huko tu because you know like that it didn't start this way. Did you desire to get into the limelight or to sing or to be or to live for God to say?
Kwanza Kenya nzima ni ghetto, so tuweze mati so Kenya nzima ni ghetto, so we just levels of ghetto. But as far as I mean, for me music was an issue, story identity. So you wanted to be part of something. So place to grow up, the people that were there that we looked up to are not those kind of people that you want to look up to kinda.
And you knew that.
And we knew that, and of course people who follow that path haikuenda poa kwao. But lucky enough, Kalamashaka was coming up, Tafsiri and everything. So we got an alternative of who else we can become. Because hatuna any examples of who we can become. So when Keshaka happened and Tafsiri and hip hop, now we started feeling like, hey, kumbe kuna alternative. So when I started doing music, of course, it was just because, of course, nilikuwa na interest, but as a way of identity, because ukidress a certain way, behave a certain way, wasana kwa your scene. So everybody always do things just to be seen and to be heard. So I felt like hip hop was one of the best ways of doing it.
So you got in. Ukakuwa part ya wasi wenye already.
Uko fulani momao.
Yes, ukaingia and the music was walikuwa wanatokelezea wanachipuka hivi, and then there was a huge wave. Ulikuwa bado part yao when they hit airwaves za Kenya kabisa.
Yeah, I was young then and I was trying to figure out just nilikuwa high school and a little bit from high school. But Keshaka literally changed the landscape of Kenyan urban music. So ililipuka kila pahali and everything was positive. People were talking about issues in the country. Akina Darling P, Gidi Maji, sijui anaitwa nimesahau jina yake. So all this, like, the industry started bubbling. It started showing that kuna hope in it. Sheng changed the landscape ya kila pahali, from even advertising to how companies related with the so literally the young people took over.
And you got into this, and then kuna mahali kapotea kidogo, then you came back. Then the Juliani that came back to us was totally different.
You need one? Now or a little bit
earlier? Tutafika hapa pa now. When you came back and now you were loud and unasema mimi, I'm in the gospel now. I'm going to sing conscious music and all of that. happened, bado ulikuwa unaweza kurelate na wale wasi ulianza nao muziki?
Yeah, because the good thing about Uko Flani Momao is that there was acceptance of new ideas. Okay. So if ulikuwa umesema hapo naongea kuhusu Mungu, they are willing to listen because they have another version of what they think. So when Kamake Shaka was sitting and trying to give us his version of what he thinks human being and religion and the source where religion came from na vitu kaa hizo, and then unakam kumwambia kuhusu Yesu, pia inakuchallenge wewe mwenyewe pia kukuwa convinced why do you even follow this. And it's religion for us was a path of just because everybody's in the path of trying to find themselves. That's so true. When you get into religion unataka kufanya kaa kila mtu. Kuna wale wakiingia na nyewa ready wana behave a certain way, but for them it was so welcoming and so like fresh, me being there yani. So akukuwa na any change apart from ndani too as a person.
Yeah, and I think ilikuwa fresh not just for the group. I think ilikuwa fresh pia to us, you know, receiving that kind of music. It was different. The gospel scene wasn't like that.
Iko hivi.
Uliingia watu wako like, ako side gani huyu, tuko sure. But then you stuck through it, and apart from just singing Jesus, you are also singing, I'm calling out kile mnafanya si poa. And your music has constantly been conscious.
Yeah, it's a because it's not like gospel, because you're just documenting what you're going through in your personal life, and also what you're looking at and you're seeing. So it's never from a point of, oh, niko na agenda. It's from, I'm just documenting the time. Like at this particular time, as a human being, as a young person, I feel this way. Yeah. I feel like, hey, God, and I feel like I'm struggling with sexuality and I'm struggling with this. So you document it through songs. Or you feel the government is not doing something because you see the effect kwa mtaa yako. So you just document. So watu wengine ndio, people like putting people in box so that they make sense out of life themselves. So unaikuwa gospel, unaikuwa conscious, unaikuwa ndio wajue all place
uko side gani.
But the truth is we are all just documenting life.
And that is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just
kuna wimbo fulani yani inaitwaje, there's a particular jam that came out. I think it's timeless from back then. Nja Utawala acha kunimbia kwa masikio. I know how to sing it, it's the name. That particular song is timeless. It doesn't matter ni nani ana umezaliwa lini ama unaendelea nini. Maybe ni state of the nation that we're in. Ni kama tujawahi toka kwa hiyo power struggle. Do you think we're making progress in your own world? Ukiona mimi nafanya hivi ndio nione change fulani hata kama ni kwa mtaa yangu. Have you been able to see that change?
Yeah, it's happening. The only difference is that maybe we because there's level of there's the small change that you can kasa hii ukienda kwa siku zetu za Moi, ukienda could get passport takes you like 3 years.
That's true.
Squeezing up check 3 days. So those are good changes. No, the infrastructure somehow kuna nini watu kaa sisi companies and everybody else think we have something to offer. So there's some change. It's not ideal what we deserve still though. That's why maybe we keep pushing because we know they can be better. So that's why we push. It's not like because tunachukia tunataka tu kurusha mawe. Is that we know it can be better. We know mtoi need kuamka 5 am kwenda shule. We know mtoi as a young person when umetoka to university, we know that you're not supposed to be kurandaranda tu na kufagia mamtaro. We know we can be better. So that's what we're pushing for more. So Utawala was tulifanya 2013 and it was just I will not stand by and watch vitu zina happen because we grew up in a place where haukuwa na film za fanya ini. But sasa niko na tool kwa mkono, niko na muziki, niko na certain level of influence. Now I can literally use this to leverage change or to make sure that change may happen in a small way. Last
year Corona imekuja, tumechapwa, tumekaa home, hakuna concerts. But Juliani ni nani? You threw a huge concert. We loved it. We were part of it. And I remember, I think you came onto Chatspot just after the concert. Na sijui mpango gani. Maybe you can tell us a bit about that. What inspired that to happen before we talk about maybe the plans that you have for this year?
I mean, Nyashinski did his, and then after Nyashinski did his, and everybody was like, I'm the only one who can do either better or do similar.
Yeah.
So watu wakanichangia and we did the concert.
What do you mean watu kuchangia?
No, they send them pesa, like we didn't have sponsors the whole album.
We did it. Wananchi,
yeah,
wenye inchi sana
yeah,
sana.
We got like 600 people sending us money.
Hatukuwa
na deni. It was a perfect production. It was the first live concert, virtual concert done. Like everybody tried doing live, but they didn't hack it.
Yeah.
The people who helped me set it up, even the team members, yani wala so walikuwa nafanya streaming, was walikuwa like kuna vibe poa, yani I just felt heavenly at that particular time. So yeah. So and then hatukuwa na sponsors, hatukuwa na influencers, and yet we made it one of the best concerts that time at least.
And so, everything was tough for everybody at that time, but still Kenyans, unajua kuna love fulani una feelingi unaona isi ati kwa sababu ananipenda sana. There must be something else, a supernatural kind of thing that is happening.
Of course.
For people to be able to just be like, you can do this. Yes, no, it's not with sponsors, but with us, because it's us who consume your music and that we love it. It must have been encouraging.
Sana, nilikuwa na feeling kama yani I was so encouraged and to continue now doing music, because I felt like sometimes people forget what we've our contribution into the whole thing.
Yeah.
Unaona. So like we got some guy who was to me 10 bob every day for a month. Alikuwa anatumia 10 bob, and then we got Charles, for example, alipatia 100k to him.
Yeah.
Unaona. So you imagine different kind of people contributing. And so after the thing, I called everybody. I tried to call the 600 people just to say thank you. And you'll be surprised how the good people always watataka kujionesha.
Yes.
But there's a lot of good people out there than the bad people always wako too noisy.
Chema chajiuza.
Kibaya
chafanya nini? Chajitembeza.
Watu wabaya wanapigwa kupiga kelele sana, but wazuri, when really you need them, they always come through.
Yeah. Great. And the song, I think the concert was named after our song.
One Day. Yeah.
One Day. And that song is just We're taking a very short commercial break, but we are opening up the platform for you to send in all questions. We have Juliani in studio. He's going to come back after the break. Please send in your questions, your motivation. What are his plans this year? Tunataka kuona concert ingine. Kuna mambo yako chini ya maji. We'll find out after this break. 111-444-111. That is our SMS line. Switch TV KE on Instagram and Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. We'll be right back. Don't go too far. Woto anasema tuned in and following the discussion. Good work, Juliani. He does a good job to entertain and highlight issues facing our country. Anasema tunasonga hadi tamati na Juliani. Ebu tell him the world misses his music. When is the new album? Wanaitwa Anthony Gitonga Watona. Na Eman James from Mombasa anasema say hi to Juliani. Ask him whether he will vie for any seat in the next election and what he thinks about youth politics. Why can't the youth form their, in quotes, our own party coalition? Yes, I think that's Aponde Imefika. And when is the new album? Gani.
I mean, the new album is out, released 3 months ago. Inaitwa Masterpiece. So iko kwa website yangu juliani.co.ke.
Okay.
So unaweza tu hapo download, wasewa wanaweza download.
Tell us a bit more about the album, since we are there already, kwa sababu ningeuliza tu nini iko pale ndani, to what, if anybody has not gotten it, what are they looking forward to?
I think one of the things that happened in the like for 4 years I didn't do any music mainstream wise, but there was a lot of things going on in my life
what
that
happened?
I felt like,
you know, I was going to ask that as well. It's now here to handle two issues when you're zinachipuka.
No, transition too as a person, as a man, because I feel like I thought I knew who I was, but I didn't know who I was for, because from the time I was in high school, immediately in Kanzaku rap, so everything that I was based on what I thought people wanted me to be, so mini Juliani, so I need to behave a certain way, I need to have a car, I need to have a girlfriend, I need to
na need kukua tu staff
na need kukua tu kiustar, unaona.
Alafu ni vibaya, si tunawabebanga vibaya sana by the way. Kuna venye tunakuanga na expectations to be entitled and if you don't meet up to my expectation iko like msi awezangi hata.
Na pia I mean ni sisi ndio iko ni mashetani tu ndani yetu. Si ati normally the pressure from the public is just sisi tu tuna, because we assume that's how we are supposed to behave. So my identity as a person was around me being Juliani more and not being a person.
Okay.
Unaona, so I mean I got a lot of things, like even say I get a lot of things done just by my name too. I can get into spaces just by being Juliani.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is certain things you need to work on: kindness, forgiveness, love, joy, yani real joy, or even relationship yako na God is so deep that so hizi vitu zote yani so when I was 28, when I'm 30, transition ikaanza ku happen. I got a child. Music yangu iko na move venye nilikuwa nataka. I thought I had another way of doing life should be. So I didn't want to do things the way I used to do things musically or whatever. So ilikuwa nasumbula. So ilikuwa a period of transition for me.
Okay.
So, which was beautiful because now hapo ndio God anakukanda poa.
That's true. Panel beating.
So all the questions you ever had, all the doubts in 3-4 years anadeal nawe poa proper. So now basically your process yote nikai document na iko kwa album Masterpiece. So I feel like everything starts, because normally we are told everything starts and ends with leadership.
Yes.
But I think everything starts and ends with identity. Because once somebody knows who they are.
That's true.
Like the only thing that saved me from where I was growing up in Dandora was me. I always feel like I have something to offer in a space. So hata nikienda mkutano na watu mi naona mimi nawasaidia sana. Which is true because mi pia si mfala hivi unaona. So but so we all have everything to have, but you have to be anchored around something. So personally, I think I was tried my relationship with Christ or God became even deeper, not the religious one. Anyway, so hizo vitu zote ndio tukapile up ikakuwa kwa album Masterpiece. So every question I used to have that period of time kwa album Masterpiece.
So would you feel like this is different tukicompare na albums zako hizo zingine tatu and this one will see and feel? It's
always different because in every moment of my life nime grow anyway.
That's true.
The person I was do my first album Mentality nilikuwa tu rapper fulani kutoka Dandora. So nilikuwa tu kwa show mini rapper mkali kutoka Dandora, unaona. And then pulpit kwa street I became known. So I want to be a musician. Exponential potential ndio maswali zikaanza. Masterpiece now, mimi ni the real now mimi sana as a person. My relationship with God, my relationship with people, my relationship with the world. Ikakuwa clear kidogo.
It's sort of like it feels ni kama uli get back into your essence, like ulirudishwa to the core. These are the most important things. Si hizi vitu zenye ulikuwa unaangalia kwa life ni kama ndio.
Yani mimi sasa mimi ni 90% real yani. Mimi ni boy real.
Poa. Ina feel poa.
The most empowering.
Maana ameuliza kama uta get into politics, naona shida iko wapi
kwa sababu no. Not like that. Lati nikwe nisimame pali sijui ati nikuwe nana. But because everything is politics, even right now I'm involved.
Okay.
Through a community project. There's a project inaitwa Taifa Teule
where inafanya nini Taifa Teule?
Taifa Teule, they are mentoring young university students to be leaders. They also have a program for anybody who want to vie for elective posts in 2022. Wanna go through process ya kutrainiwa wakwe alternative poa sana to the obvious leadership whatever that we see. So those are the kind of things. So I try to help them fundraise, help them with communication stuff based on my experience too.
Okay.
Because that's how I want to get involved. Not
so at the grassroots level, that's where if you can see a change upper next na mimi sawa.
If you can change one person, you're going to change the world.
Yeah,
it's
that's
easy.
true. When you look at your career so far, what would you say is like the highlight of it? Ukiangalia kwa like upper ni kama ndio highlight kwa journey yangu as an artist.
I mean every level depends, but I'm not the richest artist. I don't have that kind of money, or I don't have the kind of popularity that I used to have. But I have influence, you know.
Yeah.
So like I get phone calls to literally affect how things are going to move in the next couple of years in the country or in the world, you know. And so I'm really, really impressed by that. I never, because we used to sing about it so much.
Yeah.
But he come in, kuonekana kwa TV kila siku is your priority, you know.
Yes, I understand.
You know, like it's powerful, of course. Kukuapa ni powerful.
Yeah.
But if it's only powerful when you have something to say.
That's
or
true.
you have a direction to take people, not because unataka kuonekana nguo yako mpya.
Ati nguo mpya. And as much as you have been doing these things, and it's beautiful that ulikuwa unajua direction unataka kutake. Na maybe
Ngodo. No.
Lakini kumekuwa na vitu zingine pengine you've seen na pengine wasanii wengine and yourself as well as a challenge that's constantly be there that you'd like probably if this was itolewe to maybe we'd have more breakthrough in our scene.
No, vitu ziko poa. Yeah, vitu ziko
Allah.
poa. Let people go through the process.
Okay.
Don't harakisha say through the process, because like us when we were coming up, we didn't have examples of even a successful artist.
Okay.
Like we were the first artists to even drive a Benz or something, you know, and live a certain way or have certain level. But you have to allow people to go through the process. So we can't harakisha people, we want you to behave this way. No, let people individually go through their process. Let the industry go through its process. If we found an opportunity to be catalyst, you move faster, then that will happen.
Okay.
And it always happens. And that's the beauty of life, I think.
Okay. Namjua kutoka Dandora Secondary. Manze, I'm a big fan of him. Ulikuwa Dando Secondary? Yeah. Okay. Say hi to Juliani Dennis kutoka Meru. I have a talent of dancing and I can also sing. Sasa sijui ameiachia hapo.
Atagwe struggle. Atagwe struggle. You can't do all at the same time. Choose a struggle, man.
Choose a struggle.
First, do one first and be so good at that one first, and then the rest hiyo ingine itakuwa easy, because it's all principles, the same principles. You learn from this, it apply in this.
That's true. Grace from Urian is totally loving Juliani. His music is too real. Long live Juliani. The love here. Juliani is my all-time hero. I mean, he's composed and calls a spade a spade. Do me watching from near. You've always been that kind of a person who just calls spades a spade. Hakunaga kusugarcoat even in your songs.
I think na sugarcoat sana.
Una sugarcoat? Unataka kugo harder?
No, I've sugarcoated excess.
Really?
Like poetically.
Okay, we are not sugarcoating in that way. Si ati kusema kama hii ni makosa. Una sugarcoat ile ya I'll say it in a poetic way. But kama wewe ni mjanja utajua nini nasema.
Hiyo ni term zaidi, because it's poetry. But also you're not like going hard. You're just documenting the times. Yeah. And using language to document.
Okay. Hi Mukali, ni Michelle from Meru. I just love Juliani's music. Big up. I want to be like you. You got passion for music. What would you tell Michelle from Meru if they want to walk the path that you have?
And a warm pray
and fasting.
Hey, go and pray, man, because it's in God. Like God has a way of guiding you through it.
Yes.
But if you think itakuwa because you're really good at it, you see enough. So I think, I'm serious. Watu waombe. Like that's the only way you're going to be so anchored in what you, so that whatever comes your way, and you get to see opportunities, get to see things that don't work, and you know, so.
Funga na uombe sana. Hi Mwikali and Juliani, ni A-Star. How can one contribute? I'm 19 but I'm in love with his songs. Kwanza ile ya Nikonja Tasiwezi Karanga. I used to sing it when I was a baby. Then Yani, it never expires. I love you and I'm praying for you, Juliani, and all musicians. I am uyo ni mwingine. So how can people contribute? And I think this will also double in with the question that I saw on your Instagram that you are planning another concert.
Yeah.
So sijui tuambie kuihusu na ni lini pengine tentative dates.
Yeah, so we wanted to do a 5-day concert.
Yes.
Basically do
5 day.
5
days. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hey.
So each day we do one of my albums.
Okay.
So the first day we do Mta Mentality, Pulpitical Street, Exponential Potential, and then Masterpiece.
Okay.
And then now the last day we do a mashup of everything.
Okay.
So it was just a challenge and nilijipatia. So we were supposed to do it in June, but we had issues with my digital content. Ziko tu fogo dhari kila pahali. So I got somebody to just try to fix it fast. so that tukiweka kwa YouTube isikuwe flagged ama we make the best out of it. So hiyo ili delay kidogo things, so hopefully we'll do it in July, God willing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So question ya Julia, ya A-Star, sorry, ni tuna contribute aje? Are those the systems, are they set up already?
I mean, to contribute to anything that we do is literally just go and buy the album if you're a fan. If you're a fan of an artist, go and because go and get the music.
Yeah.
And once you get the music, share with as many people. And then you have opportunities, I say contribute financially. Well, of course, you can go to my socials and see what we can do. What we're pushing right now is we're trying to create employment for like 10,000 young people before the next election.
Okay.
Through a project in Utawala Bank. So that's what we're working on.
So tuna create. Please tell us more. Tuna create aje. Now, are we part of this journey as well? Can we be?
Yeah, because right now the biggest hurdle we have is that the election na karibia. And the people always used for violence is young people.
That's true.
And of course, rightfully so, because the young people are na do. So if ukimpatia 2,000 yet I do. But uzuri, young people now are more organized. So what we have is that we have a demand of 5 tons a day of organic waste.
Okay.
And 50 tons of plastic and whatever a week. So we have a platform at Utawala Bank that we use to try to connect and make sure that we sell the waste. So, and we collect from household level. Right now, because most of the takataka that we see zinaenda kwa dump site. Ama ukiseparate kwa nyumba, ukipatia huyo mse wa lori, anaenda na zimix already. So it's contaminated, it can be recycled. So we have a platform where we are trying to make it recycled.
Okay.
So that it will end up in the right hands. So your process peke yake will literally, with one Utawala Bank we can employ 10 young people, one Utawala Bank. Wow. So inamaanisha we need like 100 Utawala Banks, and each it employ 10, and that's how 10 to 1,000. If you're able to do 10,000 by mid next year, I'll be a happy man. So that's what we're working on.
Okay. You know, it took a while for me to understand Utawala Bank. Ni takataka bank.
Ni bank ya takataka. Because iko na value.
Iko na value for sure. Yeah, that's genius. We have run out of time. Congratulations, Juliani. That's the real image of our society. We should do something to change our society. Ni Aaron B from Ole. Ole ni wapi wase. Album tunanunua wapi? Ni shilingi ngapi?
Juliani.co.ke tao tu.
Tunapata album.
Una download kwa simu ama kwa computer immediately. So
okay, na mtu kama nataka ile nye
physical ni 1,500. Kwa website tu bado.
Okay.
Ama unaweza ni DM kwa social media, and then we'll work out a way of this kukuletea place huko.
Okay. Na ni Juliani Kenya kila mahali.
Juliani Kenya kila mahali.
Parting shot basi, tuambie tu kitu mzuri hivi. Ndio tukiwa pale tunakata tu tunasema Juliani alikuwa full circle. Akasema
I think one of the most amazing things that I've realized is the place of God in our lives. Like, and I'm not talking about ile kumbaya tuendeni kanisa sisi wenye dhambi, you know, and I'm talking about the person ule alikuumba, uliamka tu kujipata kwa hii dunia.
Yeah.
That person has any dream that you have for yourself, he has 1,000 and a trillion times better dreams for you.
Yeah.
You just need to align to him. Na atakureveal hizo vitu zote. So anything, unaona ukiota ile dream yo
inakaa kubwa.
Ukiwa Dubai sijui unafanya nini. Unaona hizo dream unaona ni kubwa. Literally he has way bigger dreams for you than you can even for yourself. And that's so amazing for me, and every day when I wake up najua literally kuna mtu ananifikiria certain way. So hiyo ilikuwa I realized that, and life yangu really changed sana how I look at life every day.
Okay.
That's how God loves us every day, and we don't see it. We don't see it because we are caught up in trying to fix. How can you fix and